Welcome back to the News at 10. In the last 10 years, Africa has become a hub for potential investors looking for new markets to expand their businesses. One of those courting investor confidence is the United States, which already has a sizable number of businesses on the continent. But now it's urging medium and small American business owners to expand their horizon by taking a leap of faith into Africa.
Growth. And when I say that there's no power,
discussions about the new frontier for investment became more intense during the U.S.-Africa Leaders Summit that held in August. To show government commitment, U.S. President Barack Obama had announced $7 billion in new financing to promote U.S. exports to and investment in Africa, while U.S. companies announced new deals in clean energy, aviation and banking worth more than $14 billion and $12 billion in new commitments under the President's Power Africa initiative from private sector partners, the World Bank and the Swedish government, making a total of $33 billion. According to the Obama administration, this will not only expand American businesses and provide resources for more developmental projects in Africa, it will also provide jobs for the millions of Americans back home.
I can tell you that we vetted this room.
The Constituency for Africa sees itself as an agent for fostering the new policy towards Africa. During a roundtable with representatives of its business community and Channels Television at the U.S. Department of Commerce, the CFA President, Melvin Foote, encouraged members to explore the opportunity of forging these relations with Africa.
CFA needs to be empowered, you know. We have the access. We wrote a lot of President Obama's Africa strategy. President George Bush got fired, that came from us. $15 billion for HIV/AIDS. It came from CFA. That's where the roots are, you know. But my point is, all kinds of entrepreneurship opportunities galore out there, but we don't have access to our own community. We're not getting support from our own community to do the things that we need to do to support you.
Officials from the U.S. Department of Commerce have come armed with facts and figures.
Part of what we want to do is get all of our businesses thinking about foreign markets and looking outside of the United States for growth opportunities. And, you know, after 4 years of the NEI, I think we can all herald its success. You know, we've had year-over-year record export growth culminating with about $2.3 trillion in exports in 2013. Secretary Penny Pritzker coming in last year, what we decided we wanted to do is make sure we didn't lose the momentum. So in fact, we wanted to hit reset on the National Export Initiative.
We tag team in terms of making sure that we identify resources, that we identify opportunities, and that we can bring them to the table for the betterment of not just business writ large, but also specifically for minority-owned businesses.
The group is interested, but many here are small business owners.
But for a small business, how do they plug themselves into what's going on?
We have to focus on particular markets. You can't say we're doing Africa. You have to get your feet wet in a particular market and show a track record.
Every African in this country is an entrepreneur, even a student. But the only thing we need to do, how do we connect them, empower them? Those of us that even work for county government and so on in the name of government are not helping our communities to connect. You understand? When you fly to Africa today in the airplane, all you see are non-Africans making a hell of money, but the same people cannot tell Americans that Africa is good, but it's the negativity they tell people.
Channels Television's chairman and CEO, Mr. John Momo, is guest at the roundtable, and he speaks from an African perspective.
So I think it's very important for us to take the action, to take the action and make sure that you follow through with whatever it is that you agreed here. 1 billion Africans, 30% of those under the age of 30, a third of those within the middle income bracket, and it's together a spending power per annum of $920 billion. That's a heck of a lot of money, and we must tap into it.
Coming back home now, residents of Idemili North local government area in Anambra State have cried out against what they call death traps on their roads. The Nkpor Umuoji road, constructed in 2003, is one of the busiest roads in the state. But in recent times, the community has had to fill potholes to curb degradation of the road. Our community report tonight looks at this community's efforts at reducing fatalities on the roads. We'd like to warn that some viewers may find videos of this report disturbing.
Etisala, now you're talking.
This accident scene, a head-on collision between this trailer and bus, is an incident that could have been avoided. But due to poor road infrastructure, people have to cope with pain and loss. The cause of this and many more are potholes, which the residents of Nkpor Umuoji in Indemili North local government area of Anambra State describe as frustrating.
It's causing accident every time. Even trailers are jumping to these people's house. So that is the reason why people are not happy for the pothole.
There are many accidents that have been making that have been doing there. At least I have witnessed not less than at least 4 that have happened over there at the London.
When you are on steering, you can see accident by the side.
Constructed in 2003, the road has not benefited from any form of rehabilitation.
We are going to make sure that all potholes everywhere in Anambra is covered while we are building the new roads.
Although this promise was made by the governor, the patience of the people appears to be waning. Tired of the recurring accidents and deaths, the community is taking it upon itself to fixing the problem. Bags of gravel and buckets of tar are used to fill the danger spots.
Potholes cause a lot of accidents, and we want to patch them to make sure that vehicles in the process of trying to avoid these potholes will not collide with other vehicles as we have witnessed in the past.
With the collective efforts of this community to change the outcome of things affecting them, it is only a matter of when before others take a cue from this and turn the wheels of bad leadership to the good lane.
Etisala, now you're talking.
And now to the arts. Art Social is an exhibition organized to support budding young artists yearning to get onto the world stage in their craft. At an event in Victoria Island, Lagos, works by artists showing their art for the first time was displayed with illustrations as the theme. Art Review tonight looks at how art is being appreciated by the now generation.
An illustration is a visualization or depiction made by an artist, such as drawings, sketches, paintings, photographs, or any other kind of images of things seen, remembered, or imagined, using graphical representation. And this art exhibition in Lagos is all about that. Its uniqueness is the blend of art, food, and music.
Art Social came about just while talking about sort of like what we can do to develop and add to the art space here in Nigeria. So we came up with the Art Social, and the Art Social is made up of art exhibitions, live music, live sketches. We're really trying to showcase young artists, and we've started with illustrators because they are very underrated. A lot of people haven't seen their work or they don't know things that they can do.
A fascinating display, the exhibition exposes the imagination of the artist. and the enthusiasts carefully try to understand their inspiration.
I particularly like the exhibition over there. It has some interesting Nigerian pidgin English captions, and they put it together in an artistic way, and it's really interesting.
And for first-timers, it is always a surreal experience.
Been inspired a lot by the places and the people here, so I've done a lot of work based on that, kind of mixed with popular culture. The stuff you'll see is kind of like movie posters, fashion lookbooks, very, very typical popular culture icons, but reinterpreted in a Nigerian way, or really just simple illustrations that people enjoy based on popular culture. So based on what I've seen tonight, people seem to like it, and it's a good response.
Before the exhibition, I was like pretty nervous about how the whole thing was going to turn out, but just right. I'm happy I'm exhibiting my works here, and I hope that there are better things to come later on in the future.
The mind is a wonderful tool, and when creative imagination is supported, it can only return the favor by providing delightful works of art.
Still ahead of the news at 10, CAF picks Lagos State as hosts of the 2014 Confederation Awards. That's in sports news. Please join us again.